Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs about his job loss policy. Last week, the minister let the horse out of the barn. He revealed that the OLG will be shutting down Ajax Casino, threatening the future of horse racing in Ajax Downs. This news caught the town of Ajax totally by surprise. The minister left them to read about it in the Peterborough newspaper. The mayor of Ajax, Steve Parrish, put out a statement saying, "I think this government has been caught red-handed in their deception. It is amazing how far they will go to cover up their backroom deal."
Stop the clock. The member will withdraw. He knows he cannot say indirectly what he cannot say directly. Withdraw.
Withdraw. Withdraw.
Finish your question.
Speaker, to the minister, why are you putting 1,700 jobs in rural Ontario in jeopardy with a secret deal to shut down Ajax Casino?
That's what they do.
Minister of Agriculture,
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, let's be clear. The member opposite is asking a question knowing fully well that no decision has been made. We say that we've issued off a release to comment on the fact that a fairness monitor is involved to maintain fairness and transparency throughout the entire process. Member opposite also knows that the candidate running in that riding is also the former head of the OLG.
No matter where he sits, the member from Bruce Grey Owen Sound will come to order. Carry on.
Who himself had initiated this modernization process to remove slots from some of these racetracks. We on this side of the House have been committed and will continue to commit to support racing in our province. We have a procurement process that must be followed appropriately, but we also have an agreement with the racing community to ensure we provide support for these racetracks and the horsemen especially so that they can plan their breeding cycle on an ongoing basis.
Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Perhaps the Finance Minister didn't read the Peterborough newspaper. Back to the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs. Mr. Speaker, the sudden move to shut down the slots at Ajax Downs is the latest example of this government's reckless approach to horse racing and rural affairs. We already know the Liberals secretly planned to kill the slots at racetrack program, fully aware it would collapse the industry. Now we discover that the government has apparently cut a secret deal that will likely destroy quarter horse racing in the province. Speaker, that minister is big on talk, but his actions show a real lack of respect for rural communities. My question, will the government support the town of Ajax's call for an independent, fair, public review of the decision? Yes or no?
Mr. Speaker, absolutely we will maintain fairness and transparency. We said that from the start. But that member opposite and that party voted against the measures to provide full and accurate and sustainable funding for the horse racing industry. We're putting that in place, Mr. Speaker. The member opposite can't say we're not. We're providing those very opportunities, very dollars that the horse racing community requires. And that member opposite also knows that his candidate, who's running in that party, is the man that masterminded this process from the beginning. We will do what's necessary to support. Joe Dixon, the member of that riding, has been fighting hard and